probably just screwed myself out of an actual good thing, but that's a G.
You've got yourself a G.
All right. Real shit.
The trouble with Unown is the likelihood of it being good is...
Oh, it's so random. You have like
stats
no...
could be amazing, and you don't know.
Yeah, you have no fucking way of knowing.
You have to test it.
Yeah. I'll try Nest Ball first. So I'm a Dark type, which means that Psychic types are gonna... Psychic type moves are not gonna do anything to me, so... Ooh, unless Hidden Power right, because it can do...
It's...
Okay. Neutral.
Critical.
And critical, so that's fine.
Okay, so this is not a...
Ooh, that's the really scary part of Nuzlocke, is like, you could get really fucked without having any clue why.
Yeah. That starts to hone in on what its hidden type could be.
Yes.
It also, unfortunately, tells you it's not very strong. Although,
Also
what's
true.
the level difference?
8.
Yeah. I mean...
So it's not Rock, it's not Psychic, it's not Dark or Ghost, it's not... So a neutral thing would be like probably like Fire or Water. Let's see. I'll take a look in a sec to... all right. Where the written language or Unown came first. I'd like to give Unown a nickname. Oh, yeah, I really should, shouldn't I? Oh, yeah, I'm actually going to write this one down, too. Because it was... Oh, right, that's the broken pen.
Oh, no.
Unown G. Solaceon Ruins. Let's see. I definitely want it to be something with a G as like the... If I didn't have George Dude, George would have been great. Or Georg, the old German version, starting with G and ending with G.
Joffrey.
There is Joffrey. There's also Greg with 2 G's.
That was Jeff's name for one of his eggs.
Oh, Greg, really?
Yep.
That's hilarious.
I think it's an unhatched Riolu for him. The egg that he has that is named Greg.
Which is probably my like number one guess for what mine is, what my egg is, because I have no fucking clue. Could be a Riolu, could be, I mean, one of my earlier thoughts was like maybe it was a Togepi, but that doesn't make a lot of sense because it's not Gen 2. Could be a fucking Zoroa for all I know. There's also the possibility of Gregory. Trying to think if there's any other like prominently G names. Not necessarily even starting with a G. Probably should. I'm almost debating going with
Giovanni.
Like... It could do Giovanni. Could do like a lowercase as well, since it's visibly a lowercase G.
It is a... Yep. In the fancy scripty font.
Yeah. I wish we had... Yeah, right. If we had script letters, then we'd be all set here. Could do Gilligan.
Gilligan could be fun.
Could be a fun one. There's... I don't know why G names are so difficult for me to think of. Gerald.
That's my car's
Gary.
name.
Oh, nice. I can't do Gary in a fucking Pokemon game. It's not gonna fly.
No?
Feels a little reserved, you know?
I named my Magikarp Gary Dose.
Nice. I went with, in Gold and Silver, when I was a kid, it was Gyarados, with an E instead of an A, because it was the shiny one. I think I'm going to go with Greg, but I can't decide whether I want to do the 2 Gs or not, just because I kind of like having 2 Gs, essentially 3 Gs in there.
What about another one at the front?
Oh, Greg.
I mean, it's a Pokemon. It can mostly only just say G, right?
It's true.
Because it's a G. It probably just goes G. Or, actually, I suppose Unown make a really weird noise, don't they?
I have no idea what an Unown makes, actually, for a noise in, like, the anime.
Well, its cry at the beginning of the battle was certainly
like,
not...
kind of thing.
Sparkly psychic sound of some sort.
Could do,
Godfrey?
Godfrey. I don't know. I forget what like Unowns actually are really in the lore of Pokemon beyond just kind of an ancient weird like just thing that's there with all these different shapes.
Letter mimicking Pokemon. I mean, they just said that they don't know whether writing predates the Unown or the other way around.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, did we base the writing system off of their shapes, or did they try and increase communication with humans that already had writing by being letters?
Calligraphy. Which is not really much of a name, which is why I'm like, meh, not so much.
You could go with Gillian.
Gilliam.
That could be fun.
Because this is usually Jillian.
Yeah.
It's weird how we've got Gilliam, hard G, Jillian, soft G.
Yeah, that's far too far away in the word for it to have any natural reason to be affecting the pronunciation of the other letter.
Right? So weird that works that way. Granted, this is usually just Gil, and this is also Gil. So I don't know how the hell you wind up with... Because, like, was it Jillian, is it Jillian Jacobs who plays Scully in the X-Files? Is that her name?
That sounds vaguely familiar, but
so it's like...
I'm terrible at actor names.
Is she known by Jill? Does she write it like this, or does she throw a J in?
I don't know, ask the GIF guy.
Oh, yeah. I can't. He died. Like 3 days ago.
I saw that, and the epitaph on the post that I saw was, it's pronounced GIF.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And then there were my favorite comments were the ones like, he's off to meet Jod now. And like, you spit on his grave.
Yeah.
I think Greg just kind of worked.
Greg?
It just came out to me. It came to me first, like right away.
Yeah.
And I do like just the constant repeated. The only thing I'm stuck on now is whether or not to go with the lowercase
go with the
whole
lowercase.
way.
Yeah. Now, do you still want just 2 lowercase G's in there, or the extra G?
That's the tough one, because it's like he didn't come from an egg. If he came from an egg, then this was a no-brainer. Maybe this. Maybe we do this. Just Gregorio.
We could find out what name the Unown is officially going to get next time.
This time,
okay.
See Greg's summary. Well, yeah, we'll wrap this up, and then we'll kind of... Eats anything.
Oh, that's useful.
So it was up against a dark and flying, right? So there's a few that we can definitely scratch out. So we know it's not electric, it's not ice, it's not psychic because it wasn't nullified, it's not dark or ghost because it wasn't resisted. It's not rock because that would have been super effective. It's not ground because that would have been nullified. It's not, let's see, fairy because that would have been super effective. So that's 8 already down, so we're almost to halfway out of those. So the 10 remaining could be normal, could be fire, could be water. Wouldn't be grass because that'd be resisted, so that brings us down to 9.
Okay.
Normal fire, water. Couldn't be electric. I forget if I said that already.
I think you did.
I think I did. Couldn't be... It could be fighting, because fighting would be offset the super effective and the resisted.
That would be an interesting pull.
That would be an interesting one. So normal fire, water, fighting. Dragon is technically on the table. I got 4 more that I'm not accounting for. Bug would...
My brain is still rebooting.
Bug also could be in there, because I think Dark is weak to Bug, isn't it? Oh, no, Psychic is weak to Bug. If Bug is not good against Dark, then that's not an option either. Because Flying, I believe, resists Bug. At that point, I think I'm tapped with 3 more that I haven't gotten. I guess... I don't know if I said Flying. But I think that would be resisted. So I think there are only 7 types that do neutral... Like, there are 6 or 7 neutral types that do neutral damage to a Murkrow. Normal, fire, water, fighting, dragon. Yeah, and I don't know what the others would be off the top of my head.
Yeah, so it's 9 that get affected.
Oh, there's 9. Oh, they get affected.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it'd still be 9 that don't then.
Right.
So which ones are neutral to a Murkrow?
Oh, you would ask the one that I don't have the names in front of me.
No.
I have to think of which one they are.
Let me... So I usually hop to Bulbapedia just because they got
Yeah.
a quick
I'm going to look at the
list.
full type chart instead of this quick list that I was looking at.
Okay, so... Oh, damn it. I had it pulled up. It was gone. I know this is like a really draggy way for this to end, but...
It's important information.
It is useful to know, and I think this is good to at least, hammer down a little bit now before we... Did they just, change a whole bunch of their...
Normally by normal, fighting, flying, poison. Nope. I think poison was one you missed.
Poison was one I missed.
Bug,
Steel was also
steel,
one I missed.
Fire, water, dragon.
Okay.
So poison, bug, steel, that trio that doesn't get affected at all.
Yes.
On Murkrow. Is normal for Murkrow.
Interesting. So that's a pretty wide net. So that's 9 types, yeah, and they're all varying levels of useful versus not useful.
Right.
And also, these stats are not good. Also, bashful is one of the natures that offsets itself, I guess. So
yeah, it looks like it doesn't have any up or downs.
Yeah, it has levitate, which doesn't matter all that much for an unknown. I think we're going to be putting this in the box.
Yeah, would be an interesting bit of just curiosity to find a matching set of Pokemon to narrow down its type.
Yeah.
In a low stakes area where you could go experiment and find out what its hidden type is.
Friendship, all lives touch other lives to create something new. I think I'm just going to grab... This also might just be 2 episodes in general, but...
Yeah.
I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to, eschew my usual careful deliberation here. The big sad is if I pick something and it happens to wind up being it's an encounter with an actual, decent thing, but... I'm going to go bottom right, the one that we didn't travel down of the 3 sets of directions for stairs. Jar of Odd Incense. That's good for ghost types?
I think psychic. Oh,
Nugget.
You just get everything, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. That's why I'm just going to start interacting with stuff. Mind Plate, that's psychic.
Ooh.
Text engraved in the back of the obtained plate. 2 beings of time and space set free from the original one. You put the Mind Plate in your bags... Or is it Psychic Plate that does that, and then the Mind Plate is a different thing? It's obviously referring to Dialga and Palkia in relation to, I guess, the original one being the thing that it was together, because I don't think that's Arceus.
Yeah, I don't know what they... I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, no, Mind Plate is Psychic.
And Odd Incense is Fairy,
Whoops.
or...
Is
psychic
also
as well.
psychic.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of psychic stuff going. So they give you a bunch of shit that's this will make any unknown you get here better.
Yeah.
Boost the power of psychic type moves. Boost the power of psychic type moves. I don't know if there's a difference between these.
I believe the Odd Incense is also an evolution item for one Pokemon.
Yeah. Is that for... Oh, God. It doesn't matter. It's not anyone I have right now. So I might throw the Mind Plate on Delmar when he's back in the party again.
Yep.
But why don't we come back next time, and we will head on up and out once I remember. Whoop. We'll see ya.
Bye.